Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the reception of the Ninjago community in terms of the new 2022 set list, presumably for Ninjago Season 16. Now, of course, if you guys have not seen that full set list just yet, I've done a couple of videos related to that already, so feel free to check those out on the channel. For those of you guys that have seen the set list, you've probably noticed something about it that is concerning a large majority of Ninjago fans, and that of course is the overabundance of Lloyd themed sets in this list. Out of the entire 2022 set list that we know of so far, Lloyd has a total of 3 different sets in this wave. Those of course being 71757, Lloyd's Ninja Mech, 71763, Lloyd's Race Car Evo, and 71766, Lloyd's Legendary Dragon. And he also has an additional spinner as well, not necessarily a main set, but still worth mentioning. With the large amount of Lloyd-themed sets in this wave from what we can see so far, a lot of Ninjago fans, including myself, are kind of speculating that this season could indeed be a Lloyd-focused season, which we have not seen since The Island last year. This is where a lot of people start to have concerns, and we will talk more about that in a little bit. But first things first, this speculation isn't 100% confirmed. It is not confirmed as to whether or not Season 16 will in fact be a Lloyd-focused story, but considering how Lloyd has a large majority of the sets dedicated to himself in this wave, as I said earlier, it is safe to say that perhaps this season could indeed be a Lloyd-focused season, which would not be the first time that we've seen that, and probably will not be the last. The first set, Lloyd's Ninja Mech, is confirmed to be sort of a junior style small mech, so probably not a lot of focus there. However, it is a cheap way for Ninjago fans, especially younger Ninjago fans, to get their hands on a Lloyd minifigure and a Lloyd set, so that probably is a sign right there that Lloyd will indeed be the focused ninja. There's also Lloyd's Race Car Evo, which kind of lines up with some other sets in this wave for the other characters, so I'm not really counting too much on that. May just be a Lloyd themed race car, rumored to be a remake of the Ninja Nightcrawler from Sons of Garmadon. Then we have Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, which is one of the larger sets this wave. Not the largest, not even the second largest, but it's pretty large nonetheless, and it's rumored to be a giant dragon for Lloyd, so considering how Lloyd is getting the big dragon, yeah, it kind of makes me think that this will indeed be a Lloyd story, and the spinners could practically mean anything, so there's not much to say in that regard. In terms of community reception, a lot of people are very much confused because, as I said earlier, The Island was essentially a Lloyd story. Lloyd was the mascot character for that season. He was featured on all of the box art for the Island sets, and he had a larger role than the other ninja in the actual Island special, season, whatever you want to call that. The point is, Lloyd already had a storyline dedicated to himself this year, so why are we getting another one next year? It doesn't really make much sense to me and several other Ninjago fans. Granted, The Island wasn't exactly a fully fledged season, so I could totally see how Lloyd fans would be craving a full season for Lloyd, but Lloyd himself has been the center focus of Ninjago pretty much ever since he was introduced as the Green Ninja, all the way back in 2012. Since then, Lloyd has had several seasons dedicated to himself and has had a large presence in the majority of Ninjago stories, so the fact that we're getting another potential Lloyd season is very much troubling to a lot of people. In terms of the Ninjago community, or at least my specific audience, it seems to be a little bit more mellow, as opposed to a couple of other groups in the Ninjago community who are a lot more vocal and a lot more expressive or emotional over this concern. According to my community tab that you guys participated in, a lot of you guys seem to be sort of meh about this Lloyd season. A lot of you guys definitely showed a lot more support and excitement as opposed to disappointment, but the majority of my audience did indeed vote for a pretty average tone for this new season. Not a lot of people are excited for it, but there's also not a lot of people who downright hate the idea of another Lloyd season. In a way, my audience seems kind of numb to this whole idea, which I get it. I understand the confusion, and right now we don't really have a lot of solid information to back up the claim that this season will indeed be a Lloyd-focused story, but still, the overabundance of Lloyd sets definitely suggests that, and according to my community tab, a lot of you guys feel kind of average about it. which once again I can totally understand. There have been some comments related to disappointment, however. I know there have been a lot of people absolutely begging for a Kai or a Jay season, which for Jay I do admit is probably not as important as it is for Kai to get a season as of late. I feel like Kai has definitely been given the short end of the stick lately, so I feel like a season dedicated to him would be a lot better than a Lloyd season, but we can still get a Kai season down the road. There is still a chance for all of that, and there is still a chance that season 16 will be a Kai or Jay season. It's not confirmed that Lloyd will be the main focus of season 16. But once again, I can indeed understand why fans of Kai and Jay would be a little upset or even sad about this whole thing, because Kai especially has not had the best treatment lately from Ninjago, so I was hoping perhaps he could get a little bit more of a spotlight appearance, and that still might be possible. Season 16 is still very well going to follow Seabound, and considering how Kai and Jay are probably not in the best place after the end of Seabound, I think it's safe to say that they will indeed get some highlights in some episodes for sure. But right now this does indeed look like a Lloyd season, unfortunately, which kind of brings me into my thoughts on this whole thing. Am I disappointed that this season might be a Lloyd season? To me, I kind of share the same reaction that a lot of my audience does. I'm sort of just numb about it. I mean, I can accept it and be excited for it, sure, but at the same time, I would have loved to have seen something different. As mentioned earlier, a Kai season or a Jay season, or even a season where the two of them team up together. That would have been a lot better to me than another Lloyd season. I'm definitely not angry about it like some other folks in the community are. There have been some corners of the community just screaming with outrage, and at the same time, there's also been some people that are very much excited for this new Lloyd season, if that's indeed what's going to be happening. For me though, like I said, I'm sort of just mixed on it. I can accept it, but at the same time, I'm not super excited for it. I'm curious to see what this season is though. It does appear to be more technology based than previous entries in the Ninjago series, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some of the new sets, especially the legendary dragon. That one sounds pretty cool, but all things considered, I could do without another Lloyd season. The island already gave us a solid storyline for Lloyd, and while it may not have been a fully fledged season, or even a fully fledged Lloyd season for that matter, I still thought it was a good way to highlight his character a little bit more. But the reality of the situation is, right now, this is very much looking like a Lloyd season, but I'm just kind of mixed on it in terms of my own feelings, pretty similar to my audience's interpretation of this news and all of the rumors surrounding it. I'm excited to see what the story is and how it will involve Lloyd, and let me know down below in the comments what you think about all of this. Are you guys excited for a potential Lloyd season next year for 2022, or are you like some members of the community and feel as though Lloyd has kind of overstayed his welcome, at least in terms of being the spotlight Ninjago character? Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, you guys. That'll pretty much wrap it up from my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think once again, and which sets are you most looking forward to on this set list once again. Leave all your thoughts down below, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description from other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.